So it's me, Unapologetic Big C, and I want to talk about forgiving your enemies. Forgiving your enemies. I've talked about forgiveness through this whole journey. I've been working on it. I haven't just been talking about it. I've been working on forgiveness throughout this whole journey. And everything is a process, and I've said that, right? So everything is a process. You cannot spiritual bypass forgiveness. You cannot pretend to be the bigger person if you haven't earned being the bigger person. You can know what you know and still yet have to experience the process of working through forgiveness. And I say that, I want to explain that I knew from the very beginning that everything was happening for a reason. I've lived by that. I've never felt like things are coincidences completely. I think all things can coexist, but okay, something's going on with this little truck and I'm not sure, so I'm gonna slow down. So because I don't know really what he's doing. I don't know if he's in distress, and he got his signal light on to get over, but cars keep flying past, so I'm gonna see if he really just wants to get over, or do I need to pass him as they are passing him. So I think I am gonna pass him because he has had plenty of ample of opportunities to get over, and he has failed to. So I'm gonna go on about my business. Maybe he think he has his caution lights on. I don't know. Whatever aid is supposed to come to him, I pray find it. So for me, I literally, I might edit that out, but I literally want to say, like, it's been a process. So I knew, because I don't really believe in coincidences. I do believe in coincidences as in the sense of everything is not a fucking sign or a reason for you. So, however, everything is interconnected and working together, period, point blank. It's just whether you have that viewpoint to view it. However, in this human form, I would say staying a motherfucking lane, because knowing too much can be a distraction. So, maybe I just gotta keep talking. I can't get stuff out. Alright, so literally, and I said that just because I'm second guessing myself, but so from the beginning I knew that everything that was happening for a reason, and in the end of it all, it was gonna be to my best benefit. Even when I was experiencing points of doom and gloom, and just when is this gonna be over with or put me out my misery, I still did in the bottom of my heart know that everything works out in the end, and that all things that was done, even wicked and horrific, will serve a purpose. And I still believe that, but you can't spiritual bypass your way out of knowing. Like, just because you know some shit don't mean that you can spiritual bypass. And when I say spiritual bypass, I mean you're trying to skip over an experience. That's what I'm literally saying by spiritual bypass. You cannot skip out on your experiences. That's why a lot of shit I was experiencing, they were from past developments that I did not get to experience when I could have experienced them at that age, and it would have made sense to experience them at that age. However, I experienced them when I experienced them, and that's why I'm not going to live in regret. I'm not going to live in guilt and shame. They all those things serve a purpose, but you're not supposed to get stuck in them. And so, literally, learn what you need to learn, earn what you need to earn, forgive those who have harmed you, but go through your process. Because, baby, I don't regret a fucking thing I said about my enemies. I don't regret a reaction I had toward my enemies. Now, if he was innocent, I have regrets. And I had to work through that and forgive myself. And I hope that one day you find peace within yourself and forgive whatever I've done to you. Because at the end of the day, we don't realize it, but we're all in this rubbing someone the wrong way until we all can get our shit together. So literally, well, that is a heart in the sky. This is so fucking beautiful. I wish I could take a PG real big, but it is a heart in the clouds. It is a heart in the clouds. I might can get it. It might not be for y'all to see. Do y'all see that? I see that. Alright, so anywho, thank you, God. I love when I get to see like the most beautiful natural forming things. Thank you. I received the love. And so when it comes to your enemies, like I wanted them out of here, baby. I ain't want to wait till the long game, and I ain't want them to suffer. I wanted them out of here. Get them out the game, coach. But you know, like everybody got to go through what they got to go through. Like, it ain't my place. It ain't my place. I can put some requests in. But I'm always for my best benefit, so I had to learn to let it go. I had to learn to give up all that animosity. I wanted revenge. I had to learn to let that go. I had to get that weight up off of me. Because me wanting revenge was guiding my focus and my direction into another path, another way. And I didn't want that way for real. But I was reacting off hurt and pain. So, which is really human. It is a natural human thing. So forgive yourself. Forgive your enemies. Everybody get their consequences. Forgiveness don't mean nobody is without consequences. Forgiveness also don't mean that you gotta keep dealing with them. Like, forgive them. But embrace where you are in your processing. Embrace where you are in your processing. they base the when we see things in life being created that is man-made, it is based off already human/nature design. We are already computers. We're already processors. We embrace your process. Embrace where you are in your process. Your processor is just okay. It will get itself in alignment if you keep going on your journey. And for those who can't get in alignment, like, maybe that's your story. And you get to have another one again. It is not the end of all things, like, once you find death. I was talking about initiations earlier in another video, and as soon as you're born, you're initiated into death. All of this stuff is natural. Embrace what is natural. Embrace what is natural. Life comes with pain sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes it does. Some of us are born into suffering so that we can crack the codes, so that others don't have to suffer after us. Life should be challenging, but it shouldn't be this goddamn hard. But we're going to forgive our enemies so that we can move forward. So we can move forward. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of them along the way. Forgive them so you can move forward. You ain't forgiving them for them. When you have forgiveness, you're forgiving yourself. And surely you can have a portion of forgiveness that literally asks for someone else's slate to be cleansed and clean, purified. You can. If that's what your heart at in the grand scheme of things, do it. Forgive them in that sense. But if it ain't, also know the universe landing that shit up. Like, your forgiveness doesn't have to come with dealing with those same people over and over again. Your forgiveness doesn't have to come with you involving them. I'm trying to get it out. Like, your forgiveness doesn't have to involve them. Your forgiveness is supposed to be for you to work through and make amends with what was done, how it affected you, and for you to get past that. And I wouldn't even just say past that. I would just say get through that. And alchemize it into something that is wealthy, something that is healthy. So that's just where I'm at in my journey. I went through a process, and I thank God for it. I thank God for all things, the good, the bad, the ugly. Sometimes we think the bad is bad, but there's always good within the bad. Even when evil is rogue, evil serves a purpose, y'all. But when it is completely rogue, when it is gone rogue, that's when we have a problem. That's when we have a problem. But evil wants you to, like, literally chase revenge, chase vengeance, chase all that shit. Once your enemies are no longer a threat to you, whether physically or spiritually, allow the universe to work that shit out. Allow God, whatever you deem your higher power, allow that shit to get worked out. Because I promise you, there is no better revenge or vengeance than the one that is spiritually lining things up. Whether that vengeance be through you or through something else. But vengeance is mine when you are an immediate and active threat. That's when vengeance is going to be mine, and there's still some consequences after that. So, but if you ain't no immediate threat no more, we all got to deal with our consequences. So what the fuck I'm focused on that for? Why is my energy, why would I keep continuing to pull my energy into that? And that's where I'm at. But I also was in a space where I get it. You want to make some motherfuckers disappear. I get it. You want to make some motherfuckers suffer for what they did. I get it. I also had to get to this point. So embrace where you at. Embrace the points that you are on your grid, on your board, in your development. Embrace it. Shit. We all got destinies, destinations. So many of them. We always think about it's just one. The ultimate one is when we go back to source. But the various ones is where we're supposed to embrace our process, embrace our journey, so we can rejoice when we get to our destinations, our destinies. Niggas can't flip your destinies unless you allow them to. To reclaim your power is to have self-control and to realize that you control your response, you control your reaction. You might not can control what's happening all the time, but you can control how you respond to those things. You can control that aspect. So focus on that part of life. But when your emotions gone, which your emotions ain't no bad thing. Your emotions are needed. Your emotions are valid. You do get to a point though where you realize you can work on your responses. You can work on your reactions. And you can literally rewrite your script so that you are always working in your best benefit. And that's where I'm trying to be. I'm trying to work for my best benefit. Let me do what I gotta do for my best benefit, no matter what. No matter what. Build me up, God. Build me up.